Hey guys, welcome back to the GYMLESS Coaches Rundown. It is Monday, June 1st, and it is the first week of your new training cycle. Don't forget, Mondays are still going to be focused on your total body strength work. So as always, with the start of a new cycle, try and start down the more conservative end of the rep scheme, and also in terms of the load and intensity that you're using. And throughout the 3 weeks, you can build that up. Don't max out in week 1 and then feel like you're not progressing at all through the next 3 weeks. As always, if you're just joining the GYMLESS program, be mindful that you probably haven't worked out for a while and ease your way back into it. If you have been hitting the GYMLESS program hard for the last few weeks, good on you for still being here, and continue to push yourself hard. For your warm-up today, 2 to 3 rounds of 10 quadruped scapular push-ups, as Tammy is doing. Hands on the floor, knees on the floor, just working on scapular protraction and retraction. Into 5 perfect stretch on either side. Take your foot next to your hand, try reach down to it, and then reach up to the sky, keeping the back leg off the floor. You'll then go into 10 slow prone shoulder taps on each side. Again, we're looking for trunk stiffness whilst you do this. Your hips should be in line with the shoulders like you would be completing a push-up. We'll then stand up and go into 5 reverse lunges on each side. Stepping back, coming all the way back up, kissing the knee to the floor. Then into 10 yoga push-ups. In the yoga push-up, we look to complete a regular push-up and then drive back towards what you would normally call a downward dog. Think about pressing the shoulders to the ears as you push the nose towards your toes. You'll then move into 5 kickstand toe touches per side. Nice and slow, nice and deliberate, looking to open up that posterior chain, just like Tammy is doing. And then into your 20 to 30 second hollow body hold. Remember, it is a warm-up, so if you need to start with a regression like Tammy's doing, you can start in a bent knee or go to the full position, arms extended, legs extended, 20 to 30 seconds. For your A work today, every 75 seconds for 8 to 10 sets, depending on what you want as an athlete today. You'll complete in the first set your 5 to 10 reps of a pulling movement. We will demonstrate the aquabag, pronated, bent over row, hinging at the hip, as much range as possible, rowing up, and controlled tempo on the way down. Remember, we're looking for 5 to 10 reps of whatever movement you are doing. After you've done that for 75 seconds, your 5 to 10 reps, when the clock hits 75 seconds, we're then going to go into 8 to 10 reverse split squats per leg. Now, what this is going to look like, Tammy will step back, and then the knee, you notice her right knee actually still stays over the toe in a split squat style. It isn't a traditional lunge where your shin goes vertical. We're trying to keep that knee over the toe, looking for a little bit more quad activation and drive as you come out the split squat. Don't forget, you'll complete 8 to 10 reps on both legs. So all 10 on one side, then all 10 on the other side afterwards. For your B work, similar setup to the A work, every 75 seconds for 8 to 10 sets. The first 75 seconds, you'll complete 4 to 10 reps of a strict handstand push-up. Make sure you check out the coach's notes and see which level you are at. Tammy is going to demonstrate the regular back to wall strict handstand push-up, which is level 4, 2 reps, head touches the floor, full lockout at top. Beautiful, 4 to 10 reps. That's the first 75 seconds. The next 75 seconds will complete 8 to 10 single leg Romanian deadlift on each leg. Tammy will use the kettlebell to demonstrate. We'll first demonstrate the kickstand Romanian deadlift. So Tammy is holding the kettlebell in her left hand. The left heel comes up. The right leg is working. She'll hinge through the hip to her end range, stand back up. Notice how she's trying to load up her front leg, which is the right leg, and snapping up. Remember, it's 8 to 10 reps per side. If this is too comfortable for you and you'd like to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can actually take your left leg off the floor, still bow forward through, looking on keeping the pelvis and hips nice and square. We don't want to see rotation. So Tammy demonstrates a pull rep as the hips open up. You can see how she's rotating there. There's no control through the pelvis and hips. As much control as you can, nice and smooth, nice and steady. Your C work will be a 6 to 8 minute EMOM, again depending on how you're feeling for the day. The first minute you'll complete 20 to 30 seconds of hip flexion isometric holds. Now we're going to go through all 4 levels here. The first level will be seated like Tammy is, and she's going to place her hands on an elevated surface. We have yoga blocks in here. Of course, you can do this with a backpack on either side of you. You can do this with books, whatever you want. It just helps you to drive your hands down into the elevated surface, and it helps to just bring your feet up off the floor. So Tammy will press down into the yoga blocks and lift her legs up and hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Now that's way too easy for Tammy, so we're going to get those blocks out the way, and she's going to put her hands on the floor, which is just going to make it a little bit harder. Same thing, press down and bring the heels up off the floor. Bum still stays on the floor, and she'll rest there. The next one we can do, you can either do your L-sit hanging from a bar, supported on parallettes, or you can do it on the floor, so it will be a bent knee L-sit. So Tammy's hands are going to press into the floor, and she's going to go into a bent knee L-sit now. This is challenging, it is hard. She's going to tuck the knees up and press into the floor, bring your butt off the floor. Yeah, so she's just supporting the yoga blocks, bringing the knees up and resting there. Level 4, she would just do the same thing, but her legs would be straight rather than a bent knee variation. Beautiful, and rest. 20 to 30 seconds. Your even minute, or your next minute, will be 10 to 15 prone Ys, followed by 10 to 15 prone Ts. Now the prone Y, think about Tammy's body being straight. Her arms will create the shape of a Y, thumbs up to the sky, and she's going through 10 to 15 reps, nice and smooth and controlled, a little bit slower. Think about 1 second up, 1 second down. After 10 to 15 Y, she'll then go to a T position, arms straight out to the side, thumbs up, and squeeze 10 to 15 reps. Again, we're looking to get an upper back pump here whilst we're doing this. As we said at the beginning, guys, don't be scared to stay on the more conservative side of the rep scheme and the loading that you choose today. It is your first week of a new block. Try it out, some of the movements are new, and if you do have any questions on how to execute the movements, either check out this video, check out the coach's notes, or the videos attached to the exercise and what up. If you're still unsure, then obviously shoot us a message in the water cooler and we'll do our best to get back to you before you get into your workout. Otherwise, have a great Monday and enjoy the rest of the week.